So Heather, how's the real estate market looking?
It's good. It's been very busy, very definitely still a seller's market. And
I hear a lot of clients ask questions like, "Hey, are we in a housing bubble?" And of course, you hear this all on the news as well. What's your feeling about that?
I'm definitely not in a housing bubble. There is right now the problem is a seller's market, and the lack of inventory is really is what's causing the prices to drive up. And then I would say sellers right now are getting over asking. We're probably seeing maybe three or four offers instead of the 10 offers, but still driving prices up over asking price. And definitely, if your house, if you're selling, is up to date and has been taken care of, it's definitely getting over asking. You just can't put a house on the market and expect to sell it. I don't foresee any housing bubble in the future. And definitely, inventory needs to get up to 90 days, and we're still around 2 to 3 days, where houses definitely go under contract within the first 2 or 3 days right now.
Okay. As far as like some market shift, what do you expect for the future to hold for that? I hear a lot of people talking about their house going on the market, and it was getting sold on day one. Now it's sitting on the market for a couple of days. What things do you think clients should be doing to ensure that when their house hits the market, that it's as presentable as possible, so it does attract as many buyers initially right away in the current market for it to be sold quickly?
Absolutely. The house needs to be up to date, needs to be cleaned, the walls need, to be painted if they haven't been painted in a while. The landscaping needs to be cleaned up and presentable. And it's just a first impression that a buyer is going to get right when they walk in. And we also recommend staging as well, which usually sells. You make the staging money back like 3 to 4 times. So that helps. And you want to get your house sold. You want to price it just right, so it will only be on the market for a short period of time. And if it is priced right and it's staged correctly and everything's up to date and taken care of, it will sell immediately. It's the houses that they need a little more TLC and updates that are sitting on the market longer. And then once the house sits on the market for a while, and then the mentality now, everyone thinking, oh, well, the buyers thinking this house has been on the market for a week or two, there must be something wrong. And then you do tend to get lower offers.
Gotcha. So what I'm hearing is you got to price it right to get as many people in the door as possible. And then maybe on top of that is you can make sure that the home is as presentable as possible. So that way, when someone comes in to take a look at the home, that it is ready to be sold.
Yes, correct. Right? Absolutely.
And we want to avoid, a house sitting on the market. So if you're not pricing it right out of the box at the right number, then you're not going to get, the full asking price, or maybe something even slightly above.
Absolutely.
Are the homes still currently being sold for, over asking price?
Yes, we are selling. The last 3 houses I've sold have gone over asking price, and we're not getting as many offers or showings, but definitely we're getting multiple offers and over asking price.
Okay. Is there like a number that you would say that homes are typically going for over asking price now? I know it probably depends on the area and the house, but generally speaking,
I would say 4 to 5%.
What obviously the market has changed a little bit for buying power for a lot of buyers. What things are clients of yours talking about, how interest rates have changed a little bit and how it's impacting them?
I have some first-time home buyers who did want to put a contract on a house, and they had to go back to the lender and get the pre-approval because the interest rates have changed so much since March. So this is where I rely on you and the mortgage lender to, really educate the buyer and let them know what the interest rates are doing and to their monthly payments, and then the options that they have. which I know you have a lot of different options now with lending to
Mhm.
help out in that area.
Yeah, and I think, clients should make sure that they're having full conversations around, what it is they want to spend on a monthly basis, not just what they can afford. And then, rates have changed a lot. Rates have went up, 3% in a very short period of time. That's not normal in a normal market, but, I do expect rates to continue to climb throughout the year. And I would expect that, most clients want to know what they're getting themselves into. And so you need to make sure that, you're encouraging your clients to have these thorough conversations with a professional mortgage individual. So that way they know what interest rates are going to impact them on a monthly basis. And of course, what they can still buy, right? So if you have someone that you're showing homes to, and they call you and tell you that they want to look at a $300,000 home because that's what they're approved for. If you start showing them a $300,000 home, now all of a sudden you need to go to 310 or 315 in order to have the opportunities to help them secure a contract. Now all of a sudden that borrower might not be able to afford that home, or they might be spending more on a monthly basis than what they really would like to.
Absolutely. And that's where, as a real estate agent, I need to know that, so then we can go down a little bit in price of the houses that we are looking at, because typically they are going over asking.